So I know you have heard of Flocker, right?
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
Flocker is a open source contribution. So think of Flocker as our contribution to the open source community. ClusterHQ is the name of the company. And what ClusterHQ does, if you think about containers at large, um, in order to drive adoption of containers into mainstream, and to me, this means across the entire DevOps cycle. So clearly, developers are one of the key users of container technology, but it is something that is going to be used at all stages of adoption, QA, staging, production. We are beginning to see emergence of containers being used in production. So for us, across the entire DevOps cycle, there's a class of problems that are related to what we call data management that we want to address. Now, clearly, data management is not the only problem. There are problems related to security and networking and orchestration. So all of those, the ecosystem needs to solve. What we are passionate about is anything that is related to container data management. In fact, our belief is that if we can solve the data-related problems of container, and I'll expand on it, I think it can create significant benefit for our customers. Flocker is our first major contribution, which focuses on delivering persistent storage for Docker volumes. And I can go into technical details on how we make that happen.
Yeah. Well, we definitely want you to do that in a minute. But I'm just kind of curious how this all got started.
Yeah. Right.
Where did this come from? Who's the team involved? Give us
Right.
all of the nitty-gritty details.
Right. So ClusterHQ's origins lies in a company which was using containers for building its own clusters. So that's the name Cluster. Over time, what we realized that aside from lots of things that needed to do the cluster was the notion of storage. So as an example, you have Docker containers. Docker containers have data associated with it. And the original notion was, well, it's a stateless. Well, what we found is that there are significant benefits can come if you can deliver stateful aspects to a container. So we started focusing on container data management. The company started about 1.5 years back. It was founded, and it's based out of Los Altos in Silicon Valley as well as in San Francisco. Our headquarters are in San Francisco. And I think it's a very interesting that geographical mix, because when I look at what is needed to drive adoption of containers in enterprise, you can see that San Francisco, being one of the hotbeds of modern technology development and users, is a great location. But conversely, Silicon Valley, where there's a lot of talent exists in terms of looking at file systems, the storage infrastructures, interaction with Kubernetes communities, etc. So we think that having offices in both San Francisco and Silicon Valley allows us to tap into talent as well as customers. And the company is, we are about 25 people, strong, funded by marquee VCs, Excel Partners, and Canaan Partners. The team is consists of a number of people who have done startups, and particularly in storage and virtualization space. Mark Davis, who is our CEO, was with Versto Software. Sandeepan, who is our EVP engineering and my partner in crime, spent 10 years last at Google working on as a head of storage over there. So we have got a good set of people who represent what is needed in order to build software for infrastructure that could be used by enterprises.